worms, 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 worm food. What's up everyone? I'm gonna make my first video talking and explaining about what I do with my regular weekly feed. So as you can see, I have all the numbers on the different layers. That's for me to keep track of how long it takes for the food to decompose, how long the worms take to eat the food that I give them weekly, because I feed my worms weekly. So the first thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to start adding some of the food waste. I use a 5-gallon bucket where I keep all my food scraps. So here's my bucket, here's my food. So I'm going to add some of the food first. Remove all the plastic or paper that shouldn't be in here. I'm gonna spread it out. Remove this. The next thing that I'm gonna add is my grit, which I use shredded eggshells. So here are my eggshells. I just spread them around. The next thing that I do is that I add this shredded paper just so it helps absorb some of the moisture. So here is my paper. So I add about a handful, spread it all around. The next thing that I'm gonna add is my untreated mulch, which I also use as bedding. So this is the mulch. Grab a handful, spread it out. Then I'm gonna add some more food. Spread it around. A few more eggshells in the food. Paper. And the mulch. So now what I try to do with the mulch is I try to cover the whole top as much as possible to make sure that there's no possibility of smells coming out that could attract fruit flies or other bugs. And the last but not least, most important, the ice, because since I am in Florida, the temperature of the worm farm is gonna go up, because while the food decomposes, the food will heat up, the decomposition process will heat up, everything will heat up. So I add my ice right away. And then the last thing is that I put my thermometer. So that's how I feed my worms.